What's going on, Mongs? It's me, Semi-Mong, and today we're back on Crowfall with the latest update of 5.6. I am a little bit late, and by the time this video goes out, it'll probably be a little bit later after the update has dropped, but it's fine. So in today's video, I'm just going to spend a little bit of the time explaining some of the changes to 5.6 and some of the goals that I want to achieve this, I want to say season or this update as well. I don't know how long 5.6 is going to last. Of course, 5.7 is now the next update, but I'm assuring you it will at least be 3 weeks, if not a month. And I've got a couple of things I want to cover, but if not, there's still other things within the update as well that I can still focus on and take you guys along with me just to have a look and explore. Oh god, my pickaxe broke. So within last update of 5.5, what I was trying to do is try out every single profession. Now pretty much, by the end of 5.5, that went to complete and utter shambles. But what I think I've come out of that with is that I want to be a miner, just so I can A, focus rune making, and then B, use all of the ore and just every other like surplus resource I have that I'm not spending on trying to create tools, and put that towards weapons and armor, and even some of the like basic ore if I got any on me there, whereas you know it's just poor, not even common. I can put that towards stonemasonry and just create ore concentrate for parcels for our eternal kingdom. So at least I'm contributing into 3 different sort of sections. I'm trying to find where the silver or gold was. Let me whip up my map. So yeah, coming out of 5.5, going into 5.6, I think I'm just going to stick with ore. Now there is a couple of things that I do need to mention within 5.6 that's to do with our goals of, or our missions of the update. But you could like switch it on its head. You could go leather working. Once again, you could just make leather armor and put some of your things towards that. But the reason I've gone mining is because with leather working, as I said, you can put towards armor and weapons, but you've not got something else to work with, such as rune tools, like you have when it comes to mining. So out of 5.5, I think, yeah, I'm going to become a miner. I'm going to potentially touch on necromancy as well, but they've switched up a lot of the racial nodes for gathering and harvesting in 5.6. So a Gwynesian is no longer my main gatherer, okay? I've gone for a Nefari assassin because he's got some blacksmithing and mining nodes, quarrying and stonemasonry, and then necromancy as well, which obviously come the end of 5.5 last update is something I really wanted to focus on. I just need to start getting on more with the guild so I can do some group gathering and actually get minerals and some ore, minerals and gems, sorry, from the mother nodes, so I can actually start jewel crafting and necromancy. But the Gwynesian no longer has any necromancy options. They've changed his end racial node to logging and I believe it's woodworking. So he's got stonemasonry, mining and jewel crafting, and then logging and woodworking, which as much as I love the Gwynesian, unfortunately I don't like those professions, to be honest with you. I do like them. I'd rather go with the Nefari, who's got blacksmithing and mining and everything else and whatnot. So that's why for this update we are going to be going for the Nefari, and then also creating a separate gathering vessel for skinning and leatherworking, which I'll most likely use a Gwynesian for. But that is a long time down the line, if I'm honest with you. Let's just grab this, because yeah, I just want to stick with mining for the moment. Get some rune tools, max out all of my skill trees, and then once I've maxed out all of my skill trees, then I can switch up to skinning and leatherworking, so I'm contributing a little bit more. But I think to do that I will have to switch of vessels. But yeah, that is everything out of 5.5. For 5.6, what I want to do is focus on combat, so we're sort of switching it up from professions to combat, but I also want to make it a little bit more interactive for you Mongs at home, and a little bit more structured on the channel as well. So what I'm going to be doing is sort of splitting it up into a 3 video plan. One where I focus on the gathering or my gathering characters, such as the Nefari assassin that you're seeing here. So we'll go around, we gather, and we just gather as many resources as we can for a tester of a combat class, pretty much. So today we are gathering minerals. The next video will be crafting of a champion's axe and armor, and then the third video will be me going out using said champion. That's the first class I want to try and focus on in terms of combat, and just trying to get some PvP kills, having a look at the loadouts, the skills. Obviously my last video which I did, the assassin showcase, I just used the practice dummies, but I want to sort of elongate on that, sort of make it a free video thing, go out, gather, see what we can do, explore the world on the gathering sort of characters, do a little bit more of experimentation and just seeing how well we can craft and what we can craft in terms of weapons and armor with all of the resources that we did gather for a sort of crafting and second video, and then finishing it up with a combat video, testing it out, all different classes. Obviously week by week we will go through as many as we can, kicking off with the champion and then probably going towards, oh, is that the knight or the cleric? I was looking for little copper ores, all I can see is these big ones here. So yeah, that is my literal game plan. If you've got any tips, comments, stuff you want to see, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below. I just want to have a little bit of variety for the channel, as I said, a little bit more structure, so you can come back at the start of the week, see that I'm gathering, going out, exploring, just trying to survive, potentially testing out different techniques and skills. Ah, there's the gold, hid behind that rock. Let's grab this up as well, actually, while we can. Yeah, potentially just trying out different gathering techniques, gathering skills. If I get anyone online from the guild, I can go out gathering with them. And then midweek, we can sort of do experimentation. Obviously, I'm not just going to be like crafting the same thing every day. I want to be crafting different weapons and different armor for all of the different classes. So by the end of the week, we can sort of see what we've crafted up midweek and pick a class and sort of focus it, if that makes sense. And then of course other little bits and bobs in between during the week. So be sure to check back to the channel, subscribe if you are new. But with that being said, this is 5.6, and one of the last things I wanted to touch on before I left you guys, because I don't want you to bring you along for the first sort of hour of gameplay, just while I'm gathering up the initial resources, because I've still got to gear up this gatherer, to be honest with you. He needs better rune tools, he needs a good set of armor, and potentially some basic advanced weapons, but I don't want to bore you all with that. But one of the things I did want to touch on is the map, because the Wrath map compared to this morning map is completely insane. I absolutely love it. Oh, there we go. And only because you're getting resources straight off the bat. So with the Wrath map, you'd spawn on the respawn area, and there was this little like sort of a patch of land, or this little like land bridge, environmental land bridge as I like to call it, that before you got onto the main island. And then when you got to sort of the outskirts of the main island, you'd start to be getting rank 1 materials. So if you haven't already, be sure to go check back to a older video, just any old gathering general gameplay, and you'll see what I'm on about. But compared to this morning map, you can come straight out of the respawn area and gather up low ranked materials. As you can see now, I'm gathering up rank 3, there's rank 2, there's rank 1. So although it's not the most amazing sort of resource to gather, it is getting you started, and it really does make a help on just the early gameplay, if that makes sense. Because I know a lot of the, I'm trying to think of the word, a lot of the most complaints, or just not even complaints, just annoyance with the start of Crowfall is the new player experience, and when you first drop into the world, how long it takes to just to get the ball rolling, pretty much. But having lower ranked resources a little bit closer to the respawn area helps out so much. It's unreal, actually does. I know I'm being a special and not like using my harvesting skills and whatnot. Please don't attack me in the comments. Send help if you must, but it is really early in the morning and I can't, my mind can't comprehend. Guys, that is officially the first bit of green gold I have seen on 5.6. But yeah, I've not got too much. I've only been lying about 10 minutes. I've still got some in my bank back at the beachhead, the respawn area. But yeah, I'm just sort of what happened there? I'm just sort of gathering around this first little initial area. And you can see the parcel's not loaded in there. Just until I've got enough to create a basic weapon, basic armor, and some rune tools. And then once I've built up the courage, we will venture out and do an exploring video. Or once I've geared up this gatherer, so I can go out and try and get the higher ranked resources at a less of a risk of dying. Because either way, I've got to save up at least 90 ore to create a weapon to go with whatever combat class we're wanting to try out. And then however much ore it is for the armor on top of that. So I've still got to do a little bit of gathering on top of everything else. Yeah, this video was just a little touch on to explain what my goals and what was, etc. My goals and what was, etc. See what I mean? English. Morning. I believe there is some iron over here though, so we'll go get that. I am trying to focus gold and silver as per usual. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below, if, as I said, if there is anything you want to see. I'm trying my hardest to make this a more structured playthrough for you mongs at home. And just making it look a little bit more concurrent. Is that the word? Is that the word? A little bit more consistent. I don't know how to explain it. I do have to admit, these little sparkly things really do help out for spotting stuff in the distance. But when I spotted iron on the map and there's no iron, it's wow, it's to the right. What I need to do is find a route of this sort of first starting area that just gives me every type of ore: gold, silver, tin, iron, and copper. And literally just rinse it for a good like hour or so. Build up some like good stacks of literally basic poor and common ore, and then go from there. I think that will work out best, just to gear myself up, and then I can find a better route sort of mid-map that gives me higher rank stuff, where I can go in with better tools, potions, armor, and hopefully come out with better quality stuff. There we go. We're starting to build it up already. I'm starting to dibble and dabble in my skill trees. I've really focused it a lot more compared to last update. So obviously I'm getting a little bit more each hit. What's going on there with that brightness glitch? That was weird. Oh, some more gold. What is it, gold? So you can see what I'm trying to do. Just trying to find. I think the map's glitched out a little bit there with the parcels. Just because that guy was mining iron there, but obviously it's showing up there's nothing in there. We've got some gold here in front of us. Trying to think, we've got gold, iron, a lot of gold over there, a little bit of silver, a little bit. We've got some basic resources around. So guys, I'm going to leave that off there. Just start gathering up as much basic resource as I can. Be sure to check back to the channel, subscribe if you are new midweek for some crafting and experimentation. And then of course after that we will be jumping into some PvP and combat, with the first class being champion. If you have any classes you want to suggest, oh god, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. First I have to try and kill this Hellcat Charger. I don't know if I've got this, like, I don't even know if I can, to be honest with you. Let's stun him. I've not got any of my keybinds set up either. Come on, bruh. Stun him again. It's so awkward, literally having to press 6 on my keyboard. What rank was he? Ah, first bit of money, there you go. He was a rank 2, petty. Ugh. Guys, if you've enjoyed, be sure to leave that like down below. Get involved in the comment section, I shall reply. This gold seems to be unbreakable. I don't know why. Be sure to check out the Amazon description. My Amazon link in the description down below. Link to my gamer store, gamer gifts, products, clothing, even the latest game releases themselves. And until next time, I was about to say stay frosty, just because I've been watching Frostfang so much. Thanks for all of the support, and I shall see you in the next video.